Angry, 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 angry Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 angry Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 angry.
Oh, all right. Just getting ready. There's no one here, so I can just get ready. Oh, just remembered something I have to do. Get the appropriate email account. No, why the fuck is... Well, okay. Give me the shits, why don't you? Meals that won't break the bank. Where's the fucking login, you idiots? Seriously. I want to log into my fucking account, you fucking idiots. Jesus. What is this shit? God, is it just one of those times where you want to fucking slap someone who's responsible for website design? Goddamn, no one's okay. I'm having a little rant and no one's here to see me. Quiet Thursday night. No. Got it. Fuck off. Honestly. Okay. No, I don't want 2 of that. I don't even want 1 of that. Yes, I will have 1 of that. Don't want that. I will have that. Don't want that. All right, things I want to add. Gincacciatore, not really. Shredded beef ravioli, maybe. That's pretty good. Guess I'll add a lasagna. Mushroom cheese tortellini is usually good. And then there's those ones. Okay. Fuck that. Okay. Which other one might I add in? Shredded beef ravioli. I don't have that. There we go. Okay. Saved my 7 meals for the week. Continuing to the add-ons. My little snackies. There you go. Oh, that was a whole rigmarole. Okay, still no one here. Still talking to myself. Fair enough, quite honestly. Well, maybe I will just amuse myself then with Barbie horse adventures for boys. This is a miracle. Oh. Yeah, my life is incredible. Oh. This is, oh God, now my fucking internet's fucking up on me. Oh, is that because I started? I think that's because I started up Red Dead. That does it sometimes. Nah, I think that was just temporary. Red Dead Halloween, is that a zombie option? Gotta love a zombie option. What am I going to drink? I feel weird drinking without an audience. That in itself is weird. I read that think I should drink whiskey. I want a whiskey. We shall see. Is this thing even going? Oh, yeah. Looks like it's starting very slowly. There we go. The old shotgun. Just gotta let that load and see what happens. And I have no idea why. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking drink this. Fuck it. Over my melting ice. And put a bit of orange peel in there. Oh, we got cowboy music playing. I actually forget which one I had going. Can I spin this up? Oh, yeah. That's all fun. And the little pirate skull around and round. Where she stops, nobody knows. All right, I'm gonna do the screen share. Why has it gone back to the shithole town? Okay, I thought I saved it somewhere else. Well and good. Well and good. I mean, it just puts people off if I randomly start murdering people in this town. Stop trying to tempt me into jumping on someone else's horse. All right. Yeah. Let's get a couple weapons. Semi-automatic shotgun. And a scope rifle. All right. Let's go in here. I love the whiskey. Oof. Nicely done, Arthur. It's your fucking problem, mate. Oh, what the fuck was that? I barely said anything. You gonna start up too, bitch? Okay, well, that did not go well. How are we going? All right. These people aggravate me too much. I think I need to go to a different part of the story. Load a game. Oh, yeah, let's do some shit with Sadie. She's fucking awesome. It's always a good time with Sadie. I was born under a wandering star. All right. No, I need to put my foot under my chair because it hurts my back when I straighten my leg out. Because I'm old and my back's fucked. All right. So we're looking for Mrs. Sadie Adler. Wait, why am I wanted dead or alive? What did I do? Wait, why's my control stopped working? Okay, controls just stopped working. Hossy. What are we doing, Hossy? Hey, honey, it's a very quiet night tonight. So I'm just amusing myself with some Barbie horse adventures. Right, where is Sadie? Like, seriously, where is she? Who's that? Charles. What's Charles doing all the way up there? Let's go visit the mad scientist. Yeah. Or is it raining where you are? It's not really raining here. Okay, well, that didn't work. Let's just get out of sun to me. It stopped raining here a little while ago. This just makes me think of Kingsman. Manners maketh man. I really got to avoid cops because I'm wanted dead or alive, which seems a bit harsh. Oh no, wait a minute. We killed an enormous number of people. There you go. No, just go and enjoy some vistas. Uh, and I'll enjoy my drink. Let me, I guess we'll just see if anyone else appears to join the stream tonight, or if it's just one of those nights. It just happens sometimes. Ice balls. Oh, did you post any more pictures because I was really interested in what all the pieces were. So I'm just going to look on the Discord to see if you... yeah, because if it's just a straight mold, the ice isn't going to be clear. There has to be some sort of reservoir. So, yeah, no, you don't have to. It's just, yeah, if it's just standard ice molds, it's not going to be clear. But if it's got a setup that should work for clear ice, I can troubleshoot with you. But yes, although it's melted now, there's a clear ice skull attached to a big block of clear ice. Yummy. Yeah, I couldn't tell from the picture you posted how many pieces were in the molds and how it all went together. If it's just a simple two half things, it's just going to freeze a ball and it's going to be cloudy. But ice balls are cool. Harry, hello. Lurking at work. I hope you're doing well at work. I'm still got a sore back and residual cold symptoms. And Dr. Jones. You made a Plaza Vieja tonight. Ooh, Martel. I do like Martel. And Espolon Añejo. Good choices. Good choices. Okay, if it's two silicon halves, it's not going to be clear. But you'll get nice ice balls, which I think cool. There has to be a way for it to freeze directionally. There are these slightly expensive things you can get where it's a big sort of box that's insulated and the ice ball mold sits in it. Oh, what was that? God damn it. God damn it. Why isn't this fucking working? You stupid fucking laptop. Oh, I saved someone. I saved someone. I'm a hero. Well, I'm a hero. All right, horsey. Right. Jump on, lady. There you go. Sit in the side saddle. Oh, gotta go back this way, do we? Yeah, it was the Hills Have Eyes people. The Murphy brood. Yeah, the thing is, they look like honey, your mold look like they make reasonably big ice balls. They do take, bigger bits of ice take longer to melt, so it looks kind of cool. So, Harry, you're almost done at work. Long night. Oh, God. Had to kick at some tweaker wandering in the parking lot. Oh God, that's a bit stressful. Hmm. Are we in Ansberg already? Oh no, this is Van Horn. Fuck Van Horn. God, if we're not careful here, someone will start shooting at us. Oh, so Harry, you're a security officer at a resort in Florida. Yeah, I can't imagine that being. Well, no, I'll rephrase slightly. So I can imagine that being really fraught. Anyway, I'm going to pour myself a mini martini from my freezer martini. You see a little oil swirl on the top. Just riding through the nighttime. I mean, I was busy, lady, but I guess I'll save your life. Just ride through the night and probably not get assaulted again. Hey, Liam, I'm doing well. I'm struggling on. Still got the remnants of a cold. Week and a half later, and my back still hurts. Complain, complain. Dr. Jones, Twicker stole your trunk. Oh, damn. It friggin' sucks. I don't think I've ever had a car stolen. I had it broken into multiple times. Mm, mm, mm. Yummy. Yummy martini. We are getting close now. Sometimes I just murder people. Let's get this lady to where she's going. Uh, it's a loon here. There we go. Silver chain bracelet. Yeah, lady, honestly, I murder people all the time. But, hey, fuck off, lady. You walked into my horse. Do not be starting shit with me. Which one's the gunsmith? Up here. All right, what do we got going on? Is this still wait until morning? Sure. Let's just wait until morning. Arthur and his prodigious beard. Wonder if you look sus hanging around there waiting till morning, Arthur. Right. Can I steal this train? Yeah, I can. And they'll all start shooting at me. Fuck it. Oh no, okay. I want lots of ammunition before I do that actually. Thinking let's just steal a goddamn train. That's because Ansberg is a shithole, mate. It really fucking sucks. Ammunition. What am I short on? Express pistol cartridges. Apparently, I'm keeping well fucking armored. Okay, I don't need. All right. Is that my horse? All right, I'm going to get a couple guns. Get my shotgun. Calm down, lady. I'm just arming up. Basic damage, range, reload. I think I'll get the Carcano rifle. Yep, we're going on a train ride. What? Sorry, I'm not a volcanic. Is Callaway's revolver? Which one's that? Midnight's pistol. Callaway's. Right, do I have to clean this? Let's clean our gun. I just saw what you said, Dr. Jones. Martinis, just straight, really bog standard martinis, gin and a little vermouth. I love. Book Teeny Big's Big Martinis from Seattle. I've not heard of it, but heard there's a mighty fine drink scene in Seattle, actually. Wouldn't mind visiting Seattle one day, actually. All right, let's put that away. And let's just express to this gentleman our childhood dream of being a train driver. How you doing, buddy? Wait, can I? Can I not? All right, fuck it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Where's my horse? Where's my horse? I just feel like shooting these guys. So you thought it'd be a good idea to follow me. Fuck that guy. Where's my fucking horse? Seriously, all I wanted to do was go for a train ride, and you guys are ruining my childhood dreams. So fuck ya. I just wanted to drive a train. Why are you guys so cruel, depriving me of my childhood dream? Well, we'll just fuck off then, shall we? Let's come on, horse. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, wait, did you shoot my horse, you evil bastard? Oh, you fucking shot my horse. Fucking shoot your horse. Oh, that was stupid. Right. You know what? I might... after that little failed graphic attack. So you put pictures of the molds on the Discord. Let me see if I can get the Discord to load. Ah, right. Okay, so... Oh, that wasn't actually white privilege. That was a different save of the game. But yeah, that's like standard cubes. Yeah, you get decent sized ice balls out of it. Interesting Wild Turkey branded ice balls. But yes, you won't get clear ice out of those like ever. You need to build a whole mold for them. Hey Justin, how you going? How fucked is US politics? Pretty fucked. That whole thing with the speaker is pretty hilarious. The Republicans tearing themselves apart. And hello, Strictly Sega. So I'll probably just have a little sip of my mini thing. How long have I been streaming? About half an hour? Very quiet start. Very quiet first half hour. Which is why I turned Red Dead on. Just to have some aimless entertainment. Well, I waited to see if anyone's showing up for the stream tonight. I got some funny things. Bottles to taste. It certainly just makes the Republicans look bad. Oh, did you see? Okay, for those who missed it, the US system's not completely dissimilar to Australian one. There are differences. In their Congress, which would be our Legislative Assembly, lower house, there is someone who's appointed Speaker of the House who theoretically controls what's going on, and that's usually someone from the majority party. And it was a Republican, and he upset the lunatic fringe who ended up ousting him, which is pretty funny. And the Democrats let the lunatic fringe oust him, which is funny. The Democrats could have said, oh, no, you're the lunatic fringe. We're not going along with you. But the Democrats went, yeah, this is funny. Eat yourselves, guys. It's fun. And yes, I do actually have a new booze I'm very excited about. I have a new one that's very weird as well. Yes, there's no... Actually, I'd be prepared to be proven wrong, but I don't know that they can do like early elections or double dissolutions. I feel like it's carved in stone. Oh yeah, just that absolute lunatic fringe of the Republican Party, and that's saying something. You point them out as being the absolute lunatic fringe, but yeah, okay. Oh yeah, no, McCarthy did refuse to call Trump like guilty of insurrection, but he wasn't crazy enough for the real crazies. It's pretty wild. So there's this. You see the big reduced $20 sticker on it. It's released by people who actually make Scotch whiskey, White and Mackay, and this is called Light Spirit Drink, a mixture of Scotch whiskey and sherry. And I thought it might be fun as an ingredient or to mix with some things. I thought it would be very sweet because the whole mixed with sherry thing. It actually just tastes like watered down whiskey, and not even bad whiskey. There's an actually quite nice smoke element in it, like peated element in here. So seeing White and Mackay do make proper whiskies, they're probably fine. But yeah, this was like $20. It's like half strength, 21%. I thought it would be really sweet, and it isn't. It just tastes like watered down Scotch. So I'm going to find something to do with that. Like, it might actually add... It doesn't taste like sherry at all. I thought it'd taste like sherry. Might add something to it. Like, might add some sherry to it. Yeah, well, Dr. Jones, there's huge spectrum of whiskies under the Scotch label. Australian whiskies broadly follow the style of whiskey making that is Scotch and Irish, I guess. So I'm a big fan of Australian whiskey. And that's the special one I have, though. That's the weird joke one I have, the White Mackay Light, which is just a very weird product. Might be good in a highball. I don't know. Add some bubbles to it. This Archie Rose single malt rum cask. Triple molasses. So this was aged in a cask where they had previously aged their triple molasses rum. Previous release of this was my favorite in a blind taste test. I did a blind taste test of 16 whiskies that I have there. 4 rounds of 4, and then Champions round. And the original release of this rum cask single malt was my favorite when I didn't know what it was I was drinking. They released a cask strength, 58% ABV. Yeah, boy. Okay, so I've got to get a tasting receptacle. Really classy. And put it in a little mini Glencairn glass. I have not tasted this one yet. Which is actually, I guess I'm pretty responsible because I got it 2 days ago. And I thought, no, I'll save it for the stream. So I contained myself for 2 days. It's a nice amber color. Does it stick to the glass? It sticks to the glass. Nice. All right, so I'm going to do this thing someone told me. Okay, Strictly Sega. To an extent, the only difference between Irish whiskey and Scotch is where they're made. I don't think the rules for the two are very different. And the Australian whiskey tends to be along, as I said, production style very similar to Scotch and or Irish whiskey. As opposed to like bourbon in the US has to be in new oak barrels. They can only be used once. A lot of Scotch and Irish whiskey is aged in ex-bourbon barrels. They'll also use ex-wine barrels, ex-fortified wine barrels like sherry, port, etc. Irish whiskey in particular, they're fond of using sherry barrels for aging. And Australian whiskey can be in new barrels, can be in, of course, because we have such a huge wine industry here. There is a different flavor if something's aged in a wine barrel. It's a nice aroma, not too harsh. And yes, you're right. Scotch and Irish tend to be noticeably different. But also, you have the different scotches. I'm definitely not an expert, but they talk about regional differences with the whiskies: Highland whiskey, Speyside, Islay. There's peated, there's unpeated, and you do actually very rarely get peated Irish whiskey as well. It's usually not, but you get a diversity of flavors, certainly. I think you get people who are really obsessed with bourbon, which is just like the mash bill, the grain, and the wood that it's in. And they can be quite disparaging about whiskies which are aged in, well, ex-bourbon barrels or ex-wine barrels or ex-fortified wine barrels. But I do like a good bourbon, but I probably prefer a whiskey that's aged in a barrel that had something else in it previously. This, a single malt that was aged in a cask that previously had rum in it. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what. I mean, that is cask strength, but it's not like burning me to death. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if that's a rule for Irish whiskey or if that's just something that's generally done. Triple distilled for smoother flavor. Yeah. Some people like smoother flavors and some people prefer a more raw flavor. I'm going to put a couple of drops of water in here. This is a whiskey wanker trick. Open up some flavors. Literally, just a couple of drops of water does stuff with the bonds in the alcohol to release flavors. Oh, man. Ooh, that's got some flavor in it. What's the blurb on the barrel? Limited edition release. A highly awarded single malt whiskey finished in casks that matured our triple molasses rum, made by blending 3 types of sustainably sourced molasses from New South Wales producers. Released at cask strength, this whiskey is fun yet refined, boasting notes of sticky date pudding alongside rum and raisin ice cream, beautifully balanced between malt and molasses. I definitely say sticky malt pudding, actually. Safa, it's because you watch me, whiskey gives you whiskey. So try that again. Because you watch me, YouTube gives you whiskey ads. Oh. Oh, wow. And there is a real sort of rum note in it. This is really fucking good. This is one of those whiskeys that kind of tastes like Christmas pud. It's got the spiced fruit flavor in there. Definitely have to make an old fashioned with that. Hell and damn, that's tasty. All right. Cleaning my palate a bit. This is just water from melting ice. Okay. Oh, shizer. Because we were talking about it, do a quick comparison. Wait a second, I don't even know. Irish versus Scotch whiskey. Biggest difference between Scotch whiskey and Irish is the distillation. Both spirits are distilled. Scotch is distilled twice Irish whiskies thrice. Okay, that's apparently the simplest differentiation. Apparently, that's a rule. Actually, I'm going to do a thing. Rules for Irish whiskey. So, got to be made from mash of malted barley plus other cereal grains. Mashed, fermented, distilled, no more than 94% ABV, matured in wooden casks, not exceeding 700 litres for a minimum of 3 years in the Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland. The rules for Irish whiskey. Aged a minimum of 3 years. Can be new or previously used. There are 4 types of Irish whiskies: single malt, single grain, single pot still, and blended. Of course, it has to be made in Ireland, must be barrel aged, cereal and water. Caramel colouring may be added to the whiskey as a colorant to darken the whiskey. Flavourless and odourless. Okay. And rules for Scotch whiskey. Made from Scotland, only from cereals, water, and yeast. Matured for a minimum of 3 years. Bottled at a minimum of 40%. Distilled below 94.8. No flavouring or sweetening is permitted. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, they're allowed to do the plain caramel colouring as well. So it seems like really the only difference is Scotch is made in Scotland, Irish whiskey is made in Ireland, and traditionally Scotch is double distilled and Irish is triple distilled. And there are actually legal rules about whiskey in Australia as well. As opposed to Scotland and Ireland, say 3 years, because we have a different climate. The rule here is at least 2 years. Ooh, Australian distilleries, legal definitions, rum, brandy, and whiskey. They all must be stored in wood no less than 2 years. Brandy is a spirit distilled from grape wine. Rum is from the distillation of product of sugarcane. Whiskey is distillation from grain. So Dr. Jones saw a video, guys, had a drop or two of water is equivalent to months old, almost empty bottle of water over there. Look, honestly, you got to be a little bit careful with obsessive whiskey people because they will talk some remarkable bullshit. But it is, I think, a truth universally held that just a couple of drops of water into whiskey does something. The water molecules and the alcohol molecules release flavors. So most people agree a whiskey will taste extremely different with just a couple of drops of water added to it. It releases certain flavors. So until then. Anyway, so I am with my very special single malt whiskey. Got to make an old fashioned. Which, as I always say, when I make cocktails with my expensive whiskies, this would upset some people. What should we syrup to? Just this one. Okay. I'll just use a very little bit because it's very strongly flavored. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Alrighty. So some sugar syrup in there. Man, that's good sugar syrup. Man, I make good shit. I know what I'm doing. I'll tell you what. 2 ounces of this cask strength whiskey. Und whiskey bitters. Whiskey bitters. And I'm going to put a cherry in there. Well, I am somewhat improved, Safa. I've still got some congestion. It's still pretty fucking annoying. It's actually super fucking annoying to still have these symptoms a week and a half later. Some bullshit, man. My back still fucking hurts too. Gotta go back to the physio tomorrow morning. All right. So my skull sitting atop a lump of ice. Well, it's melted now. You can't even tell it, but that was a skull sitting there, and it's all melted. It's more a case. It looks cool more than it's functional. Ugh. Wait, where'd my cherry go? Fell off the skewer. Wait, did I lose half of it? Oh man, what's this all about? Anyway, an old fashioned made with my fancy new cask strength whiskey. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh man. Oof. That's an intense old fashioned. No, Dr. Jones, I would not going to encourage anyone to day drink. Oh man, this little heat pack I've had on my back is actually still a little bit warm. It's pretty amazing. Didn't instantly help though, but everyone suggested putting a heat pack might help strain in my back. But it is what it is. Huh. So yeah, the physio gave me a couple of exercises to do. Got to remember to do them before I go to bed. Well, before I go to sleep. Do them in bed. Bed's a good place to do them. They're just very simple twisting things. And taken some anti-inflammatories. Had a heat pack on there. And I'm pretty sure he told me to drink alcohol to relax too. Spoiler alert, no, he didn't. Because he's responsible. I'm amazed. This fucking heat pack thing that I put on this morning is still warm. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm just sort of pressing it onto the sore bit in my back. And I'll hopefully sleep without too much drama tonight. God damn, that's good. That is, man, that's really fucking good, actually. I'm thinking what might be even better is a split base old fashioned where there's something lighter than that cask strength rum barrel whiskey, and then add some of that special whiskey to give it an edge, like something lighter, like maybe even a brandy, like 1.5 ounces of brandy and half an ounce of that cask strength whiskey would probably fucking kick ass. Would probably be really good. And my body temp's kind of okay. Even the whole week and a half I've had this cold, I never really had a fever. And I did do a COVID test, which was very conclusive negative. And Mrs. Angry, who now unfortunately has my cold, also did a COVID test, also negative. There is that other virus going around that's getting a bit of a news coverage. And they're just like, well, this has got symptoms really similar to cold. And I was going like, you know what? It might help your statistical study if I went and had a test for this other thing so you knew I had it. But I can't be fucked. This is longer. I mean, a week and a half fucking sucks. Mind you, for the last couple of days, it's just been an annoying bit of congestion. But yeah, it was never a severe cold. I didn't have fever. I didn't have, you just sometimes get those general body aches and pains. I have back pain just from coughing too hard and I fucking threw my back out. Because I'm old. Have we mentioned that recently? How old are you, Angry? I'm old enough that I can throw my back out just by coughing. God damn. Man, that's fucking tasty. Yeah, there are a few alcoholic ginger beers out there. I'm not the hugest fan of ginger beer. I don't hate it, but that spiciness that a ginger beer usually has, not my favorite. I prefer ginger ale. And for those who want to know the difference, and this is true for both alcoholic and non-alcoholic versions, ginger beer is actually brewed with a ginger base. So you can brew something and have it be non-alcoholic. So you're like brewing it with yeast. And ginger ale, the base is actually a ginger syrup. So it's usually a much less intense ginger flavor. So I don't hate ginger beer, but I prefer ginger ale. Whether you're drinking it straight or having it as a mixer, ginger ale is a great fucking mixer. Goes with pretty much everything. Ooh, you like the Bundaberg ginger beer. Bundaberg make good soft drinks, to be fair. But their myriad flavors of soft drinks, all pretty good. Can't really fault the Bundaberg soft drinks. But yeah, and I think I've still got a little bottle of ginger beer. Weirdly, it's like an Italian ginger beer. And it's literally just because it was on special. I got a 4-pack of this ginger beer, and I think I've got one left. I particularly, in terms of ginger ale, I particularly like the Fever Tree Spiced Orange ginger ale. It's such a good mixer. And yes, the Bundaberg Soft Drink Company is different to the Bundaberg Rum Company. But they are both in Bundaberg, up there in sugar country. Interestingly, although Bundaberg, I think, could safely lay claim to being the best known Australian distiller, because, whiskey's only sort of made a comeback since the 90s and has only been creeping into the mainstream in the last 5 years. But Bundaberg rum has been around forever. But it's not the oldest functioning rum distillery. That's the Beanley Distillery. Had, I think, the second license for distilling alcohol in Australia. They have license number 002. And they're still operating. They have a great sort of folklore behind it. I have a special cask strength rum from them, 151 proof, 75.6% alcohol by volume. Pretty fucking intense. So you may or may not be surprised to learn I do not drink a lot of that rum. Certainly not straight. But when it's 75% alcohol, just a little bit in a drink adds a real kick. They call that inner circle because the folklore was this cask strength rum was not sold to the general public and was kept for the board of directors of the Colonial Sugar Refinery, CSR. Whether that's true or not, who knows? You know, they do a lot of folklore around the marketing of beverages, but that's the folklore around the inner circle rum, that it used to just be kept for the board of directors. Celtic, how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm just sipping away at my old fashioned. Fucking yum, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like this ice took me 2 days to make. That's the other thing, making the clear ice using something that does directional freezing. It takes longer. It takes much longer than just sticking an ice cube tray in the freezer. And by much longer, I mean 4 to 6 times longer. So you got to really want your clear ice, is what I'm saying. Fact is, I really want my clear ice. Actually, I've got a shit ton of it in the freezer now. So I should use some in cocktails over the coming days. Thanks for asking, mate. All good. I did have takeaway with the offspring last night. We had the... What did we have? Oh, from a ramen place. Good selection of stuff from a ramen place. It was very good. Real good. Mrs. Angry, I've unfortunately given her my cold, which I feel very guilty about. But that's the way these things go. At least it's not COVID. But it's still, yeah, sort of congestion, runny nose. Fucking sucks. So, and yeah, I'm doing well. So I hope you're well too, my friend. I think our evangelical Christians have gotten a bit slack and haven't sent anything to my mailbox for a while. After I had that big mountain of stuff here a couple of weeks back that I threw out. Well, yeah, put into recycling. Dr. Jones, since I don't like spicy ginger, last word riff may not like. Adam's word, homage to Adam. Oh, well, sorry, you've got me as a fucking tribute to MCA from the Beastie Boys. Smith and Cross rum, G-Chart, ginger liqueur, and lime juice. Okay, so here's what I would do. I have a ginger. I don't have any ginger liqueurs. I do have a ginger. So did MCA like ginger? Is that where that's come from? Or has someone just arbitrarily gone? Because Jesus Christ, Smith and Cross rum. Holy shiz. For those who don't know, Smith and Cross is a Jamaican rum, very high proof. Not as high proof as the inner circle I was talking about. It's 50-something%. Very funky rum, as they say. But I'll make that. Okay, Adam's word. Now I'm going to look that up. Okay, what are you doing, web browser? Adam's word. Does that just come up when I do it? Adam's word cocktail. Oh, that looks like the recipe you're talking about. Jamaican rum, herbal liqueur, ginger liqueur, lime juice. That's the one. Now I want to know, but who created it is what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who created it? So, for those who don't know, the last word is a quite famous cocktail that's 4 equal parts, and it's a spirit, it's a herbal element, herbal liqueur, it's a fruit liqueur, and it's a citrus. Let me. People love doing riffs on the last word. So, your traditional last word is gin, equal parts gin, green chartreuse, maraschino liqueur, and lime juice. So, if you're sticking strictly to that, you do equal parts and you go spirit, herbal liqueur, fruit liqueur, and citrus. And you get all sorts of weird and wonderful combinations of that. So you're not sure, but the ginger liqueur was dominant. Using New Deal ginger liqueur, which reduced the green chartreuse and ginger liqueur a bit. There are a couple of well-known and well-regarded ginger liqueurs. I don't have any of them. I'm not big on it. Usually, I have a ginger cordial. If I want to put a ginger flavor in something, I would usually use a bit of the ginger cordial. So, I mean, I don't know. I still have some spiritus 95% alcohol in there. I could potentially just mix my ginger cordial with a tiny bit of the rectified spirit, which would essentially just turn it into a ginger liqueur. But that's a really interesting touch. Man, that's some bold fucking flavors. Smith & Cross rum, green chartreuse, a ginger, and lime juice. Oh, God, Celtic. You saw VD last week, walking out of Centrelink, calling yourself Tom Cunts. Indeed, Jesus. Yeah. You know what? I think you're a nice, compassionate guy, and I try to be compassionate. And as much as we, both think he's a dickhead who needs to sort his shit out, I think we both would like a world where he actually got the appropriate help to get at least a little bit sorted. Just a little bit. Just get a bit sorted. Because, Jesus Christ, he's fucked up at the moment. And he really needs to get some shit sorted. You know what? I had this fun idea. This thing I was talking about early, the White and McKay Light, which is, it's watered down scotch. I have a low alcohol drink. Might just put it in here. I might add a bit of port to it from my cask. I just have to remember which cask has the port in it. I won't even put it on ice. It'll be a room temperature drink. We go over here. So, I don't actually know which is which. So I've got 3 casks here. This one has my blood orange liqueur in it, which I'm going to leave for about another week, and then that will have been a month in the barrel. I'm going to taste it. This one only had vodka in it, and I've used most of the vodka. I need to add vodka just to keep the barrel wet so it doesn't leak. But this one is my port. So we'll do a bit of port. Oh, actually got to take the bung out. Take the bung out of the bung hole. About half an ounce of port. Man, I love port. Port's fucking tasty. Technically, it's an Australian tawny. Because of EU laws, port has to come from Portugal or Spain, I think. But, also, fuck the EU. Just throwing that out there. So, I'm going to have a bit of port. And where did I put this stuff? I took it all the way over there. Okay, that was smart of me. White and Mackay Light. I think this might work, honestly. Gonna mix these two. Because this just tastes like watered down scotch. So I think if I add it to a fortified wine, that might give it a bit of character, a bit of depth. See, Safi, you're doing that thing where you're typing so bad, I don't know what it is you're trying to say. Another continent? Yeah, see, I literally don't know what you're trying to say. Another continent? I don't know. Celtic. Oh, Jesus. Prisons suck. Prisons should rehabilitate people because they've got to rejoin fucking society, for fuck's sake. Like everyone who just wants prisons to be awful, and they're getting out, right? And if all you're doing is, being punitive and cruel, you're just... Okay. Oh, okay. You're saying banned, BANNED. I will be banned from the European Union for mouthing off at the EU. Yeah, well, that's one of my less severe mouthing offs. But yeah, there are a bunch of countries. If the people at border control knew what I said about their country, I wouldn't be allowed in. Anyway, so I'm going to try this, my little thing with port. Ah, see, that's nice. That is actually nice. I think it would be good with sherry too. It says it already has sherry in it, but I can't taste sherry in that light beverage. I just don't have sherry here. The sherry's in the fridge. But the port, which is barrel aging, because it's pretty fucking classy in bar angry, is what I'm saying. Some barrel aging, some port. And it's really fucking yummy. Actually, a little bit of port with that light is good. And honestly, I reckon I could make a good highball with that. Like add soda and ice. Not a very sophisticated drink, but a tasty drink, I think. That's not bad at all. You know what? In fact, I'm going to put that on ice. I'm going to put it on ice and see what it tastes like when it's chilled a little bit. The little thing on the top that used to be a skull shape now kind of looks like a most of the features have worn off. And it looks like a Cylon Centurion from Battlestar Galactica. Or maybe I'm just a sad nerd. I don't know. I like this shirt too. See, Celtic, I have a lot of different cocktail shirts. And I have a few that are in the style of the bowling shirt, the American bowling shirt. This is a bowling shirt style. So it's just, black with these red stripes. But I've got my little logo, martini. Martini with an olive in it. Dirty martini. Safa, here's the thing. Heat will dehydrate you. Alcohol will dehydrate you. So drinking alcohol on extremely drinking alcohol on extremely hot days is actually quite dangerous for your health. Yeah, that's actually better than I. So yeah, I reckon this weird thing. This could make some passable highballs, is what I'm saying. Add some soda and ice, because it's not a sophisticated drink. But that doesn't mean it's not a tasty drink. Yes, my skull is morphing. It's a bit more like a Cylon Centurion. Or actually, it's not going to come across from here. It's a little bit like the silence from Doctor Who at the moment. There's just vaguely these eye holes and a long, drawn-out chin. But Sava, spring is the best time to drink alcohol. Depends who you're asking, my friend. Talk to medical authorities. They said just probably don't do it at all. In winter, it can give the illusion of warming you up in cold weather. Which is why a lot of people like to drink in winter. They like to drink the sort of earthier flavors, the rums, the whiskeys, things that have like cinnamon, fruit, spice flavors. Whereas in summer, a lot of people like to drink bright tropical drinks, things with citrus and that are a little bit lighter. Me, I will just drink whatever, whenever, quite honestly. And no, Safa, I have not finished Ahsoka yet because I didn't watch anything last night because I was with the offspring having takeaway. And thank you, Celtic. I'm glad you're here. You have majestic hair, my friend. I've been thinking about cutting it. I don't know if I will because this is growing the hair for 3.5 years. But now I have so much hair, there's a lot of scope of what I could do with it, like in terms of style. So I don't know. I might float it with Mrs. Angry that the thought has been occurring to me that maybe I might cut it. What does she think? But we'll see. Yeah, no, that's actually yummy. So it's kind of like how I was fucking shit talking that peanut butter whiskey sheepdog. Just shit talking it because it's not whiskey, but it can make a tasty sweet drink. And thank you, Street Sega. Yeah, I mean, I'm very much into the long hair, I have to admit, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I trim it occasionally. This is the most I've let my hair grow. I don't know how good I am at maintaining my long hair, because for the vast majority of my life, I had short hair, as in my adult life. Definitely you see photos of me in my teens. It wasn't long like this. Like it never got longer than my collar, but it was like thick, sort of And my hair, as you can kind of see, my hair goes a bit curly when it's longer. Probably see that. I don't know if you can see that it curls when it gets longer, but it does. I don't know what that's about. And I mean, that's fair advice, Kelsey. Explore some hairstyles before cutting it. I do the different things. Like most of the time, I let it run free. Sometimes I tie it back. I really actually like being able to tie my hair back because that's a whole different hairstyle. Because I don't do a like harsh thing where I pull it straight back. Like you can see, it's sort of, no, it's you got more options with long hair, basically. So we'll see. Plus, who knows? I could grow my beard out a bit. I could get a job being Santa at Christmas. I got the right fucking physique for being Santa. I'll tell you that much. Either my hair gets a bit more grey, or I bleach it so it's white. I don't know. So, Dr. Jones, sherry cask whiskies you've had seem to be slightly sour. Redbreast, yes. See, I think that's a personal palate thing. That's not a word I would use for the sherry cask finished ones, sour. But it is, of course, that wine flavor. Okay, I don't think I actually have any sherry cask finished whiskeys there. You know what? You've just given me the impetus to check something else. Okay, so I've got a rum cask finish whiskey there. Okay, I've got one Irish whiskey up here. What is it? What's the finish in this one? Okay. So, Teeling, single malt. Unique, hand selected. First distillery to open in Dublin City for 125 years. Actually, because my sad old eyes, that's really little text. I need a little bit more light. Where's my phone? I need my torch. All right. Let's just see. What does it say? Not how everyone makes whiskey, but it's our way. That's the spirit of Dublin. This is actually quite nice. This Teeling single malt, quite nice. It actually doesn't say what sort of barrels it was put in. Okay, so that doesn't actually say. But I tell you what I've got that's interesting. Local whiskey. No, that's not the one I meant. From Starwood. They call sticky toffee apple. This is aged in American apple brandy barrels. It's fucking good. What else is funny here? What is this one? Does this one say what it's in? Biding its time, pale malt, distilled in a twin top of pots. Okay, so this is aged in ex-bourbon barrels. Double wood. Oh, this I really like. This is also one of my more expensive whiskies. They call it double wood because most of its life it's aged in American oak whiskies, ex-bourbon barrels, but then it's transferred to virgin French oak barrels to get some different wood notes in there. It's a Victoria distillery. That's yummy. Okay, so this one, Helios Road, Pinot Noir finish. So that's finished in wine barrels that had Pinot Noir in it. This rye whiskey. Aged for 3 years, but they don't say what the barrels were. But that one's a Hungarian oak. It's a Michter's bourbon. I'm trying to think if there's anything else interesting here. Okay, so if we go in here, because I ran out of space on the rack there. So in the mysterious cupboard of mystery, I've got Starwood finished in musket barrels. What's this one? Pure corn whiskey. What sort of barrels is this aged in? Oak barrels, charcoal filtered. It's a corn whiskey, which is in the style of bourbon, I suppose. We got one that was actually finished in barrels that had been aging amaretto, which is pretty fucking interesting. What's this one? This is from Queensland. Oh, it's pretty easy drinking. What does it say? Does it tell me what barrels it was aged in? No, it doesn't. I could probably research it though. Right. Fucking hell, eh? Bring this out. Just bringing this out because this is something I feel like I should have liked more than I do. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, turn my little torch off. All right, now I'm going to sit down ladder. Just have a couple of little tastes here. So I'm going to compare Starwood's apple brandy barrel, which they call toffee apple. You like this kind of show and tell? There's so much here. Okay, so I'm going to do a side by side. Starwood single malt, aged in apple brandy barrels. They say finished our okay. So like a lot of Australian whiskies, the whiskey was matured in former red wine barrels, but they finished it in apple brandy barrels from the States. And this one is a whiskey from a distillery called Chief's Son here in Victoria. And the folk at White Possum, which is whom I get these barrels from, they make a bunch of really yummy liqueurs. And one of them's an amaretto. And they were barrel aging their amaretto. And then they got a hold of a cask of this Chief's Son single malt. And they said, what if we finish that in our amaretto cask? Interesting idea. So we'll do a little comparison. This is Starwood, probably Australia's most award-winning distillery. I mean, that just fucking smells like toast. Doesn't smell like apples. Oh, that's got a real sort of French toast with cinnamon on it aroma to me. I'm turning into a whiskey wanker giving you tasting notes like that. But that is really what it reminds me of. It's like French toast with cinnamon. Like it's really, the aroma is really nice. That's really nice. Oh my God. That is so nice. And there's this sweetness that's just sitting on my tongue. Safa, is tomorrow night going to be a long party night? Is that what you're asking tomorrow? Dude, I cannot predict the future and I cannot predict how long I will last. But, you know, you never know. We'll see how my stamina goes. I want to make a couple of videos tomorrow. I made a video before this stream started, which I'm going to edit tomorrow, which is the whole thing about how I made this ice, clear ice with a skull on it. Because it's spooky month. Got to tell people how to do special ice for their Halloween cocktails. I think I want to make a couple of videos tomorrow night. Then probably a couple on Saturday. I am probably doing a stream on Saturday night. Do a couple on Saturday night. Do a couple on Sunday night. Because I've cut back the number of videos I upload to my cocktail channel. I was doing them for a long time. I was doing them every day. It'd be like 2 shorts, then 1 longer one, 2 shorts, long one. I was doing that for a very long time. And now I know the views were dropping off on the shorts. So I cut it back. I do short, wait a day, long, wait a day, short. And that actually seems to be working. What did I have to do? Oh, I made a pasta bake. It's like this standard thing I make. Fry up some mushroom and onions. Get a filled pasta. Mix them together like with the sauce. And it was like a cheese sauce. It was shit I got on sale at the supermarket, basically. And put a bit of cheese on top and throw it in the air fryer for 10 minutes. Fucking yummy. Is that... I Was a Teenage Zombie. Is that an old one? Because that was the sort of shit they used to make in the 50s and 60s. And no, I don't monetize my cocktail channel. I don't intend to. Not far off 1,000 subs. But I don't want to monetize it. I want to grow the audience to the point... I've said this a lot of times. My goal is for people to give me free shit. All right, so that was like an 80s tribute to like 50s, 60s movies, I think. I Was a Teenage Vampire. God damn, that's a really fucking good whiskey. Oh my God, that is so fucking tasty. Fucking yum. What's the... Bullshit. Floral notes, apple blossom, tropical fruits, vanilla, toffee apple. It's like apple pie on the palate, ripe orchard fruits, almonds, delicious allspice. Balanced by a long finish of... It has a really long finish. If you ever hear people, fucking booze wankers talk about, oh, it's got a very long finish. What they mean is, like, I'm still tasting it. Like, after you drink it, it's not just the initial hit of drinking it. It just like sits with you, and your tongue is still being stimulated by these flavors. Fucking rocks. Okay, a little bit of water, cleanse my palate. All right. Now I'm going to do the amaretto. Okay, what's that? How is that different? Like, I am like super fucking bad with the words on these things. That's just very lightly sort of floral and just maybe, yeah, this one has a light sort of cinnamon apple pie aroma. And vanilla. It's very stereotypical whiskey aromas. Now that's got a really different flavor. Just like that is so different to the other one. Bye, you off, Celtic? Take care, man. What is that? Oh yeah, it's amaretto. It's almond. It's I was going like, that's something really distinctive. What, it's kind of marzipan. It's just a different sort of sweetness. Because amaretto is usually made it's weird. People agree amaretto tastes like almond, but it's usually not made with almond. It's usually made with the pits from peaches, and it just gives a really nutty flavor like almond. But yeah, this one, the sweetness on the apple pie one, it was very apple cinnamon sweetness. This one is very marzipan sweetness. And that's nice in a different way. If I had to choose between them, it's not even close. I'd go for the apple pie one. But the amaretto one is not bad. Oh, and very late. It's this like barbecue peach. Have you ever put like stone fruit on a barbecue? Peaches or apricots on a grill, whether it's a barbecue or an electric grill or even a fry pan. When you burn the sugars in the stone fruit, you get a really interesting sort of caramel variation. Mm. Like yeah, straight up, it's marzipan. That's just this really obvious flavor in it, and then you get yeah, like grilled apricot or grilled peaches. Oh, man, that is pretty fucking good. If done apricots, you mean like on a grill? It's a really good flavor on a barbecue. I think when you get the smokiness and the char on something like apricot, uh, very tasty. Really brings some interest, and that's genuinely what that one's evoking for me. It's yummy. You know what I want to try and do one time is my own blend because people who know their shit say like distilling is a science, and it's just follow rules. If you follow rules, you can successfully distill, and you can teach pretty much anyone to distill. But blending is an art, and you have to have the right palate where you get a whole bunch of base spirits. And this is whether you're um, looking at whiskies or rum or brandies, and just going, okay, of these things that I have available, how can I combine these in a way where the end result is greater than the sum of its parts? And I definitely don't think that's me. I don't think I have the palate to do that, but I do want to experiment a bit and see if I can get anything interesting out of blending some things. Because I just feel like that would be a fun thing to play with. Safa, okay, yes and no. I do actually have a gas-powered barbecue outside, out the back. I have not used it in years. So it would be a very dubious safety to use it now. It might be fine. You know, I might even fire it up this summer. Who knows? There's a pretty good barbecue. I used it when we first got it, like, I don't know, 10 or more years ago. Used it a fair bit, and it's a pretty big one, and it's got a hood, and so it's got a flat hot plate and a grill, and you can do all these things, and it's pretty good. But I literally haven't fired it up in a couple of years, so I'd have to clean it all, and then I'd have to make sure the gas isn't leaking. Who knows? I might fire it up this summer. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, I might. And also, even speaking of smoke, I've got my cocktail smoker here, my UFO cocktail smoker. I fucking love this. There's a little metal grill in there. You put, well, I have some wood chips, some applewood wood chips, but you can do it with herbs as well. dry the herbs out a bit and put them in there and torch them and infuse some smoke into a cocktail. I have not actually used this for a little while, but it is a fun little thing. This is handmade, by the way, by a guy I know on the internet. See, there's a little hole there. So physics works in here where there's a grill. You put the thing you're going to burn, whether it's wood chips or herbs or cinnamon or whatever. I've done it with, just a cinnamon stick from the supermarket, and I've broken it up and put it in there and fired it up and burnt it. And that little hole there is a little bit of physics work. You sit this on top of a glass and torch it, and the smoke goes down, but then gets drawn up through this hole, so it actually circulates the smoke. And then you take it off, and a big cloud of smoke sort of goes goosh from your glass. It looks cool. I think it looks cool. And it can be kind of nice if you get the cocktail right, that goes well with smoke. So I haven't actually used it in quite a while. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it again. You get that whole barbecue flavor going on. It's pretty fucking good. Oofed. So drinking a bit of water now. Don't think I'll drink any more. I might put a something boozy in the base of this, because there's some like orange peel in there. I'm going to leave for Mrs. Angry to put in a hot chocolate in the morning. Might put something boozy in there just so she has a bit of flavor in there. Oh, but this ice has just been melting over the course of the stream. So there's really nice icy cold water in here, which I like quite a lot. Oh man, that's pretty fucking good. I had some of my soda water. I was going to have some soda water, but maybe I don't even need soda water if this ice just continues to melt. We shall see. We shall see. I need to. I'm probably going to do an experiment tomorrow with milk clarification, because I learned of this new technique that rather than using milk and citrus to create curds, which clarifies things, is the thing where you toast milk powder, like, dehydrated milk powder. You toast it in the oven, and then when you add water to it to reconstitute it, it automatically wants to separate. Some chemical magic happens because you toasted the milk powder. So you can do a clarified cocktail without adding citrus. So you can clarify cocktails that don't traditionally have citrus in them. And I'm very keen to try it. I first heard about it probably a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely doing that. And I haven't done it yet, but I have some coconut milk powder and some dairy milk powder. And I think I might compare them side by side. I might do the same thing once with coconut milk powder and once with dairy milk powder, and see what the end result is like. Because I do love to experiment. I love to see new things. We're in 9:44. I was just thinking, I never actually shut down Red Dead. Just kind of thinking of, I feel like I have had too much alcohol to do anything very effective in the game. But it might be fun. All right. Okay, so for me, Dr. Jones, local time, my regular stream time is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. With some variation. It is 9:45 p.m. now. All right, I'm just going to show this. All right, so where's my horse? So there's my horse. Oh, my horse is dirty. I run it through. Oh God, I'm near Fort Wallace. Okay. Occasionally, when I'm bored, I just shoot at the guys in Fort Wallace because they fucking suck. Who's that? Wait, what's John Marston doing there? All right. What am I trying to do with John Marston here? Because this is the thing where we try and blow up the bridge and derail the train. Because I mean that's fun. Who doesn't want to blow up a bridge and derail a train? Let's just see what's happening. This could be a fun thing. Just finish a stream. What's okay? What the fuck is this? Why is there a horse just sitting here? Okay, I'm suspicious. Why is this horse just sitting here? Is there a dude here? Okay, what's the dude doing? Oh, there you go. I woke him up. All right. Well, dude's just got fucking post-traumatic stress disorder or something. I got to be honest. I was thinking of stealing his horse. Weird sort of wild cow thing. Okay. All right. Let's just find out what John Marston. Wait, where's John Marston? Oh, is he back here? All right. What the fuck are we doing, John? Where are you? What's this about? Arthur, how we doing? We're thinking maybe don't light a cigarette while we're next to all that dynamite. Yeah. Poor Arthur. Arthur's a good man. All right. Get some dynamite on our little trolley. All right, I gotta remember what things do I do here to make this go. Fuck! Oh, fuck no! My fucking laptop tries to do something weird. All right, get the first dynamite crate. Picking up crate. All right, here we go. Bottom of the ladder. Okay. Okay, gotta lower the crate down. Crate of dynamite. I don't know, I just think this would be a. I feel like this would be a spectacular way to end the stream. Lower the crate down there. Lower it down to John. There we go. All right, I gotta go down there. Okay. Okay, well, that was kind of ridiculous. Plant the dynamite. All right, you got to pick up some more dynamite. Okay. Pick up some dynamite. Place some dynamite. Yep, there's better work. Okay. Now go and get some more dynamite. Pick up some dynamite. Been fine, John. Shut the fuck up. Plant that. Shut the fuck up, John. Stop fucking hassling me, dude. I'm doing my fucking work here. Alright. Oh, look, John, shut the fuck up, honestly. Wait, I gotta fucking go back here. Okay, John, you fucking dickhead. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm coming. I'm fucking coming. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, that's not working, is it? I was pushing the wrong button. Well, that's probably it. That's probably bedtime now. Having failed at that. God damn it. That's a whole thing right there. Well, I guess that kind of wraps up this strom. This idea. Put a little bit of this cherry syrup in there. Well, actually, that's just an excessive amount of the cherry syrup. Oh, well. And that's all. I mean, yeah, I'm going to stir this. A little bit of clinky ice ASMR. But I'll tell you what, that one's good for putting a whole bunch of flavour in here. Well, that's fine. That's going to stay in there. And I'm going to drink a bit more water. Oh no, splash up. Oh, I got a drinking problem. And that a little bit of the water missed my mouth. Something about that cold, clear water. I'm going to drink a little bit more of this. You know what? I can say in there, they can give Mrs. Angry a bit of flavour for her hot chocolate in the morning. All right. Even though this is a fucking misshapen, only half-formed cherry, I will eat it because, slumming it. I mean, that is actually pretty fucking yummy. So Red Dead Online has a bunch of Halloween content. So I don't know. One time I might actually sign up for Red Dead Online sometime. Online games kind of shit me. So if I feel like I should have had 2 cherries because that one I had was kind of misshapen and not quite all there. But you know what? We soldier on. We struggle. We deal with it. I think that's Mrs. Angry saying she's going to bed. Saying tight. So I'm going to go to bed as well. Be on for party night tomorrow night. Maybe along. Who the fuck knows? I refuse to try and predict what level of stamina I will have tomorrow. But theoretically, the idea is I do a long stream tomorrow. So we will see what happens there. I think I will actually make a couple of cocktail videos tomorrow. I'll spend a bit of time tomorrow when I'm supposed to be working, thinking about what I'll do for party night stream. But if you're around, if you're free, I hope to catch up with you for at least a while tomorrow night. But hoofed for now. Honestly, I'm going sleepy bobos. So